Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to share my honest opinion on Quant, my current take on it, and whether I'm still optimistic about its future. To be transparent, I sold a significant portion of my XRP last year for Quant, which I'm currently at a loss with, since Quant has fallen in price since then. If I had made the swap today, I would have received much more Quant for my money. But in hindsight, I probably wouldn't have had the patience to hold all my XRP until today anyway. So I don't have any regrets. Selling a portion of my XRP was bound to happen one way or another. What initially attracted me to Quant Overledger and the Quant token hasn't changed. I still believe the tokenomics for Quant are solid. Its supply isn't excessively high, it's non-inflationary, and it's capped at 14.88 million tokens. However, for price appreciation to happen, two factors are necessary. The fixed supply must be met with growing demand. It doesn't matter how finite an asset's supply is. Without market demand, there would be no price appreciation. Basic stuff. Now, we know that speculative demand pushed Quant's price to over £300 during the previous bull cycle. Personally, I believe Quant can reach those prices again in another bull cycle, driven by speculation and central bank monetary policies. From a speculative standpoint, I'm still bullish on Quant in favorable market conditions, especially with its limited supply. Many Quant community members are strong long-term holders, which could create token scarcity during a speculative bull run. So seeing Quant reach as high as £300 or more off the back of speculation in a coming cycle seems very possible to me. Most people that invested in Quant are likely wanting substantial utility demand to see how high the token's price and market cap could truly go. This is where investors should look closely at what Quant Overledger is doing, consider the competition, and decide if it's a viable long-term investment. Be realistic about it. Don't fall into the pattern we see in the XRP community, where people connect dots that link everything back to XRP through weak research and a never-ending connecting the dots narrative. Don't assume every mention of gateways or APIs is a connection to Quant Overledger, or that every interoperability solution on the market links back to it. You must acknowledge that Quant Overledger is simply one service in a market with multiple options providing similar services to clients. They'll need to compete for market share, just like their competitors. Quant Overledger will need to offer a superior or at least competitive value proposition, alongside competitive pricing and good marketing, to attract clients to their services. That's the minimum required to stay relevant in a competitive space. Now that's for you as a long-term investor to determine all of this as the space evolves. Right now, investing in Quant as a long-term play is probably higher risk, as no one really knows how the next 5 to 10 plus years will play out in this space, or which players will dominate. But if you wait until then to invest, you might miss the opportunity, or you may have saved yourself from losses depending how it all played out. It's up to you as investors to weigh the risk and reward ratio based on your risk tolerance, as we're all different in that department. At the moment, I think it's still early, and the jury is still out on how well adopted Quant Overledger will be. We still don't have CBDCs for most countries. Most enterprises and institutions are using traditional systems, and many haven't yet integrated with blockchain-based technology. Tokenization of real-world assets is still in its infancy regarding enterprise and institutional adoption. Global regulations on these types of digital utility assets remain in limbo. However, on the bright side, Quant Overledger is among the companies with a unique patented software solution for blockchain interoperability, distinct from others on the market. Most other solutions rely on interlinking blockchains which require their own set of validators and consensus mechanisms. Quant has already worked with the BIS and the Bank of England on Project Rosalind, which indicates that the company is taken seriously enough. Institutions like the Central Bank of England and the BIS wouldn't collaborate with just any company. So we can infer that Quant is a reputable and sophisticated player in the interoperability space. One thing I particularly appreciate about Quant Overledger is how Quant is integrated within their solution. For example, just because Ripple has a partnership, it doesn't necessarily mean XRP is being used. XRP isn't integrated into Ripple's solutions in this way. It's primarily limited to payments made using ODL for settlement with RippleNet. However, it isn't possible to fully use Quant Overledger without directly or indirectly buying Quant token. The Quant token is essential to the Overledger ecosystem, used either directly or indirectly to access their services. For example, from an institutional standpoint, clients may pay in fiat, purchasing and using credits on the platform. In the back end, the Treasury converts those funds into Quant, which they then use in the form of credits, as I understand it. Some examples of how Quant is necessary within Overledger include licensing fees to subscribe to Overledger, where the fiat paid for the subscription is converted into Quant and then locked into yearly smart contracts. Additionally, Quant acts as a gas token for transaction fees within Overledger. Gateway operator staking is also on the way, allowing gateway operators that connect different blockchains to stake Quant and earn fees from transaction volume passing through their gateway. So even though critics say Quant isn't essential within Overledger and that the platform could function without it, that's not accurate. Hypothetically, Overledger could have been created without a token, but since Gilbert developed a token to raise capital to build Overledger, he has made Quant integral to accessing and using Overledger's features. And he has done this without inconveniencing institutions or enterprises by keeping payment flows similar to methods they're familiar with. I don't believe Gilbert would change this and make Quant redundant within Overledger. Doing so would hurt his reputation, credibility, and business. He stands to gain much more financially if Quant succeeds. So I think Quant Overledger has got the tokenomics for Quant on point, has provided meaningful utility for Quant within Overledger, has built a unique interoperability solution, and offers smooth plug-and-play services without requiring a learning curve for enterprises and institutions that want to bridge into and build on blockchains. Despite all this, the price of Quant isn't skyrocketing from institutional and enterprise demand, and instead is still mostly moving with speculation. I think one of the main reasons is that we're still early. Companies in the crypto space building solutions tailored for institutions and enterprises will see a long, slow journey. Institutions and enterprises are conservative. They don't just rush into things. They take their time to make changes. This process will involve trials, research, and proof of concepts, which projects like Quant Overledger may be part of. But that doesn't automatically guarantee adoption. And along this slow journey, many other solutions will emerge as competition to Quant Overledger, so it will be a competitive market in the end. Nonetheless, I believe so far Quant Overledger has been establishing itself in the space. When we reach a point where enterprises and institutions want to leverage blockchain for one purpose or another, I think Quant Overledger will be a recognized name in the space for its services. To sum it up, I think in the short to mid-term, there are speculative gains to be made with Quant, and I'm personally still bullish on it for the long term. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so as to not miss my next video.